Okay, hi Danny. Welcome to lesson number 77. This lesson is going to be super fun because we are going to go over US customary units of weight. That means like different ways that we measure weight. It might be like pounds or ounces, stuff like that. And then we're also going to do the metric units. And when we are doing it this way, metric units, we are talking about mass, and that is actually different from weight. For example, your mass will stay the same, like if you go to the moon, but your weight will change, right? Okay, so cool. This is gonna be really fun. We're gonna learn a lot of new things, but first you are gonna do your multiplication facts. So get that out. You have, let's see, 64 multiplication facts to do and 5 minutes to do them in. On your mark, get set, go. See if I can get some relaxing music for us.
And a wonderful weekend.
Oh, that's not it. Let's see. By the time I get music on, you're going to be done. There we go. It's about a minute in. Keep going, Danny. You're doing awesome. I'm not really loving this music. I might change it.
My oily hair was controlling my life.
An ad.
This told me that
Sorry.
water and air pollution.
Ah, that's better. All right, I'm going to stop it right there. That was some great music. I really liked it there at the end. I kind of wanted to keep listening to that. Oh, well, okay. Now, I put this in Addie's lesson, so maybe you heard this already from Addie, but maybe not, so we'll see. Did you hear about the guy who cut off the left side of his body? Yeah, he's all right now. Get it? He's all right now. Okay, all right, it's hilarious, just trust me, okay? All right, let's jump into some mental math, and we're gonna see some pictures of Brother Bear while we do it, okay? Nice and relaxing. 77 plus 14, see if you can do that in your head. Cute Brother Bear there. All right, how about 87 minus 40? 87 minus 40. See if you can do that in your head. Okay, C. We're going to do 35 times 100. 35 times 100. D. Let's do $5 minus $4.36. Okay, and E. What is $4.38 plus $2.99? If I were doing this, I would probably just add $3 here and then just be like, well, I added 1 penny too many, so whatever I get after that, just subtract 1 cent. Okay, let's do F. 120 times 10. 120 times 10. So we're going to add an extra 0 to that, aren't we? All right, G, Houston, we have a problem. Let's do problem solving here. So I tried to make a picture that looks like the one in your book. So let's see if it's kind of close. And it wants to know segment AC, so this whole segment, is how much longer than segment AB? How much longer is, so it's kind of like they're asking, what is AC minus AB? And the answer is going to be the same as BC, right? It's going to be this segment long. So you can sort of either figure out how long that segment is, or figure out the big ones and then do that subtraction problem, okay? So you figure that out however you would like. We'll see if you get the right answer. All right. Okay, and I am going to jump into this new concept. And this new concept is super fun because we're going to talk about units of weight. Now, when you get on a scale, you measure yourself in pounds. So that is one of the units of weight. But if it's something really tiny, then we measure it in ounces. And you might remember that like babies, sometimes they're measured in like 6 pounds, 8 ounces, something like that. So that's a unit of weight, but it's pretty small. Now you might also remember that in lesson 40, we used the word ounce when we were describing an amount of fluid, like an 8 ounce can of soda or something. This does not mean that. Ounces is also used to describe an amount of weight. But it is true that about a fluid ounce of water weighs about 1 ounce. So it's kind of close, but it's not exactly the same thing, okay? So here we're talking about ounces in terms of weight. Ounce measures something small. And we're going to look at this. The other one is tons. So we can talk about ounces, pounds, and tons. So we talk about ounces if we're talking about something small, maybe like cereal. We're talking about pounds when we're talking about maybe like a person, how many pounds they weigh. Tons might be like how much a car weighs, okay? That might be measured in tons. So for example, a box of cereal weighs about 24 ounces usually. And I'm going to abbreviate it, OZ. I didn't write that very well, OZ. There we go. And then a pound, some students weigh like 100 pounds or 98 pounds, and I'm going to abbreviate that, LBS. And then, or just you could say LB too. And then 2,000 pounds is about a ton. So a car sometimes weighs 1 ton or the same as 2,000 pounds or 1 ton without the S. Okay. Alrighty, cool. And then there's also this table. It says on your paper, I didn't write this out, but maybe I should. It says 16, because this is something you should probably remember. 16 ounces is 1 pound. So if you talk about a baby that weighs like 8 pounds, 15 ounces, if they're 8 pounds and 15 ounces, they were almost to 9 pounds. If it was 1 more ounce, it would have been 9 pounds. Get it? Okay, so 16 ounces is 1 pound. Now, the other thing is 2,000, I kind of said it up there, but 2,000 pounds is the same as 1 ton. So that is a ton of weight, right? That would be a lot. All right, let's do example 1. So that's on the next page, so turn to page 360. It says this book weighs about 2 pounds. Okay, so 2 pounds is how many ounces? So I told you before that 16 ounces, see, they expect you to remember this, 16 ounces is 1 pound. So if we wanted 2 pounds, we would have to figure out how many ounces. So to get from 1 pound to 2 pounds, we doubled it. So let's double 16 ounces, or 16 times 2, and it'll tell us how many pounds. So 16 times 2. So how would you do that? Let me just write it a different way. I'll write it like this. 16 times 2. Okay. So then I'm going to do 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Now we're going to add the 1 and we get 3. So we get 32 ounces. And you can write it out or you can abbreviate it OZ. Okay, so 2 pounds is how many ounces? It's 32 ounces. Cool. All right, let's do example 2. Example 2, look at that rhinoceros. The rhino weighs 3 tons. Whew, that could smash a car. That is so huge. This rhinoceros weighed 3 tons. 3 tons is how many pounds? So let's get an idea of how many pounds it was if it were to get on our bathroom scale. Well, it would actually probably crush the bathroom scale, but I know that 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So 3 tons is going to be 2,000 times 3. Okay, so we have to do 2,000 times 3. You can probably do that in your head, but if you can't, just, do that, bring it down, and then do this multiplication problem right here. I'll just erase this other stuff so it doesn't get too confusing. 2,000 times 3. Easy. So 3 times 0 is 0. Now 3 times this 0 is 0. Now 3 times this 0 is another 0. That's a lot of zeros. This is going to be a big number. And 3 times 2 is 6. So a rhino weighs 6,000 pounds. At least that one does. Whew, that is huge. All right. Now we're going to talk about metric units of mass. So grams and kilograms are metric units of mass. So there's U.S. customary units, those are ounces, pounds, and tons. And then there's metric units of mass. And metric units of mass are grams and kilograms. And here's Mr. Know-It-All. And Mr. Know-It-All is saying kilo means 1,000. So if it's kilogram, that means it's 1,000 grams. So look at this. 1,000 grams is the same as 1 kilogram, because kilo means 1,000. Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All, for pointing that out. But since kilo means 1,000, there's 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. And that's important to know. You're definitely going to know that. You're going to have to know that in order to answer some of these questions. So here we go. Let's do some questions. First I'm going to show you what is a gram. A gram is pretty small. A gram is like how much mass is in a dollar bill. So a dollar bill, if you put it on the scale, it probably wouldn't even measure anything at all. So that's about 1 gram. It's pretty small. Okay. Now, what if you have $1,000 bills and you put that on the scale? That would probably register something, and that's a mass of 1 kilogram. And that's about the size of a book. Because think about it. If you have a thick book, that's like, you could make a book out of dollar bills, right? A lot of them, maybe there's like 10 on a page, I don't know, and then you tape them all together and make a book out of it. It would weigh about as much as a book. So that would be like a kilogram. So a kilogram is about a book. 1 gram is only about $1, like the weight of it, okay? Let's do example 3. Choose the more reasonable measure. So if you wanted to measure a pair of shoes, would it be closer to a gram or would it be closer to a kilogram? So a gram is like a $1 bill, right? Or a kilogram is more like a book. Which one is it closer to? Okay, so the answer is going to be a kilogram because it's closer to a book. If you put a pair of shoes like on a scale, it would probably measure something, right? So that's a kilogram. Okay, let's do B. B is a cat. Is it closer to 4 grams, like $4 bills, or is it closer to 4 kilograms, like 4 books? Well, a cat has some mass. It's definitely bigger than just a little bit of paper. So I would say it's definitely closer to 4 kilograms. Okay, now how about just a little quarter? Is it about 5 grams or is it about 5 kilograms? 5 kilograms is like 5 books. That seems like too much. So I think I'm going to put it over here with the 5 kilograms, okay? Or I'm sorry, the 5 grams, not the 5 kilograms. All right, let's do example 4. It says, Malika, that's a funny name, Malika's rabbit. Oh, but look at the cute bunny, so cute. Looks a little like Nikki, huh? Malika's rabbit has a mass of 4 kilograms. 4 kilograms is how many grams? Okay, so we can figure that out. Remember what Mr. Know-It-All said? Mr. Know-It-All said that there's 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. So if she weighs 4 kilograms, we have to multiply by 4 to get that. So what if we multiply 1,000 grams times 4? Then we would get the answer. So if we multiply, instead of 1 kilogram, we want 4. So we multiplied that by 4. So do you see what I did? So instead of 1,000 grams, we want 4 times that many. So we want to figure out how many grams that bunny weighs. So it's going to be 1,000 times 4. And the answer is going to be 4,000 because 1,000 times 4 is 4,000. 4,000 what? 4,000 grams. You're going to have to get used to writing units because this is an important part of the answer. It makes a difference if it's 4,000 grams or 4,000 kilograms. That's definitely a big difference, huh? Alrighty, Danny, guess what? That is the end of the lesson. So good job learning about units of mass and units of weight. Okay, good luck doing your math homework today. Love ya. Bye.